What is going on YouTube? Just helping you out here. And in this video, I'm going to be unboxing the Kismile electric portable space heater. Once I have used the product for a good bit of time, I'd be more than happy to make a review video where I go over what I like, what I don't like, and ultimately giving you my detailed opinion on the product. So first off, as always, I'm going to get started with the packaging. And this is a pretty simple and basic box. It's essentially just a box made out of corrugated cardboard, and you can see the corrugation as these vertical lines through the graphic. You can also feel the corrugation through the graphic as well. So on the front here, pretty simple graphic. We have a nice big picture of the heater itself, and then kind of this background that shows kind of a nice home. And I do think they did a good job with this because this is more white, whereas this is black. So you have that contrast and it really makes the product stand out. And then up here, we have a little black banner that says ceramic heater, and it is 1500 watts, 120 volts, and 60 hertz. Now, if we flip this over to the other side, you'll see we have the exact same graphic. We just have a few stickers on here. And one thing that I would like to point out about this is when I ordered this, it did not come in like another box or any sort of protected thing. It came just like this. All the packaging labels just stuck right on the box. So that's why all these are kind of just peeled off weird, and there's some sticky parts from the stickers. And it actually resulted in the box getting damaged a bit, so hopefully the product itself isn't damaged. But you can see right here, there's a huge piece of this box taken out. If we look at this side right here, you can see there's a pretty big crack right here. Some of the corners are dented up. On this side as well, there's another big crack in the box. So overall, not really the best situation there. I really wish they would have put it in another box, maybe with some padding or some bubble wrap or something, especially considering that this is a product that if tossed around a little bit probably would break. So hopefully the product still works. Now if we move on to the top, there's nothing up there, and same thing on the bottom, nothing there. If we move over here to the right, we have a few identification numbers. It's a ceramic heater. And then here's another picture of the product itself. I don't like this graphic as much just because it's kind of black on black. So it's really hard to see the detail and kind of get a good idea of what this looks like. I wish they would have done something similar to how they did on the front, where there was a little white background so you could really see that product pop. Down here, it says this was made in China. And then over here, this is a little ETL certification. And that means that the product has been tested and it meets certain safety regulations. Now, if we move over to the other side, this has the bulk of the information. Again, we have those 3 identification numbers. This is a ceramic heater, and here are the main features of this device. So if we take a closer look there, it claims to be a safe and efficient ceramic heater. It has 2 heat settings, so 750 watts or 1500 watts. It has 3 settings, so fan, low, or high. So low and high means low heat and high heat, and fan just means that the fan will be blowing. There won't be any heat. So typically you'd only use a heater like this in the winter when it's cold. So in this case, they provided a feature where you can just use a fan. So that way, if it's in the summer or something, you can also cool yourself with this. There's a convenient carrying handle. That way you can transport it pretty easily. This does have a decent bit of weight to it as well. So trying to hold it in an awkward way might not be so comfortable. It has an overheat protection with safety fuse. So if there's certain parts within the heater that get too hot, it will automatically shut off. It has tip over protection, so if it were to fall over, it would again automatically turn off so it doesn't fall into something and catch it on fire or burn the floor or something. And there's also a power indicator light that turns on when you have it plugged in. That way you know it is getting power. And then down here, there's a little bit of important information. You can call their customer service department for any consulting. And there's also a little bit of information here about the warranty service. It says all of that in a couple different languages. And then again, down here, we have the made in China and that it is ETL certified. All right, so that's pretty much it for the packaging. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. Okay, so because as I mentioned before that this came without an external package, I am very happy to see this foam right here, so I at least know that it had some sort of protection within this box. Right here looks like a piece of paper. And this looks like it's just a little user's manual, so this goes over the features right here. Here we have some important safety information. Some special instructions, some parts and assembly, what to do before you use it. some operating and cleaning instructions. Over here they go over the safety features more and some troubleshooting. And then again on the back here, this says what was on the box, to call their customer service department for any consulting, a little bit about the warranty, a couple different languages. And that's pretty much it for this little user's manual. So I'm going to set that off to the side. Take off this little foam piece here. It's just some standard packaging foam. Now, if we quickly take a look at the bottom of the box here, we can see that this does have a foam piece in the bottom. So again, very happy to see that. The only thing that does concern me is if you see right here, this is that little hole that was in the front of the box, and there's no foam here or anything to protect it aside from that bubble wrap. So I'm at least glad that this has some bubble wrap on the outside to protect the actual product, but that is just something that is a bit concerning. Okay, so now if we do take a look at this. Okay, so if we open this up a little bit, there's a little bag right here, so I'm going to take that out. Oh, no, it's just the cord. So the cord is attached, but it is wrapped up in this little bag, and there is a little warning label on it right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to take this out of the bubble wrap so we can take a closer look at the product. Okay, so if we just take a look at the front of this right here, you'll see we have this metal mesh, and that's pretty much just like a safety feature that blocks you from all those coils that are inside there. And if you look close enough, you can actually sort of see holes right here in the back, so you can actually kind of see the shape of the fan back there. And now if you move up to the top here, you'll see this right here is the power indicator light. So if I plug it in, this should turn on. And then up here, we have these two knobs, and you see right here, this one has a 0, a fan, a 1, and a 2. So that means it's off, fan only, low heat, high heat. And then this over here is a temperature controller. And so what you can do is you can adjust this knob to achieve a desired temperature in the room. Now, there isn't really any thermostat on here or any way that you can tell what the room temperature is. But what you can do is you can set it to some value, and if it's still not getting hot enough in the room for you, you can turn it up, and you can just keep messing with it up and down until you hit your desired temperature. And what the heater will do is it will turn off once it reaches your desired temperature. And then once it gets cold enough again, it'll automatically turn back on. Now, if we take a look at the right here, there's some reset instructions and a caution. And now if we go to the other side and look at the left, here we have another caution. And then if we take a look at the back, there you can see a better image of the fan. And this right here is open so that when the fan is on, it can suck air in. It can go into the heated coils and then blow it out the front so that it is now giving you heated air. And then there are a few holes around here that you could put a screwdriver in and take off this back if for some reason you needed to fix something on the inside. And this is the handle they were referring to on the box, so you can conveniently carry it around. You can see the cord is just attached right here. And now if we take a look at the bottom, you can see there's the company, some identification numbers, the power input, this certification again, and a couple other pieces of information. These right here are 4 little feet for it to just stand up on whatever surface you decide to put it on. And this right here is the tip over protection safety thing. So when you have this upright and it's sitting on a surface, this right here will push in. And now the device thinks that it's standing up. So as soon as it's tipped over, this will come out and it will automatically shut off. And now if we take the cord out of the bag, you'll again see this warning label, and this is a pretty standard cord, and it looks like it actually is fairly long, so you could have this plugged in pretty far away. One thing that I would just like to note is if you do have it plugged in far away and the cable is kind of going across a room or something, you want to be careful not to trip over it or have it knock over. I know these do have safety features so that, you know, if it does tip over or overheats or something, it's supposed to turn off, but if for some reason it doesn't and it malfunctions, you don't want to end up with, you know, a burned down house or something. So just be very cautious when you're using these types of heaters. So as I mentioned, the box itself is pretty basic and simple, but I do think the product itself looks pretty nice. There's this shiny plastic and it has some nice curvature, and overall it's just a really nice looking shape. So I think they did a really good job on the look of this product. Now on the back side, it is a little bit different. This plastic has more of a matte finish, but overall I really do like the look of this, and I think it looks pretty nice. Alright, so overall we have this box that everything came in, we have the actual heater itself, we have this little user manual, and then up here we have a few pieces of packaging. There was the bag that this cord was contained in, a couple pieces of foam that went on top and bottom of the heater in the box to keep it stabilized, and then finally a bubble wrap bag that the heater was contained in to keep it protected inside the box. And so that's about it for this unboxing. Feel free to check out all our other unboxing videos in the playlist in the top left corner. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, leave a comment if you have any questions or an idea for a future video. You can also follow my Instagram in the description below. And lastly, please don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends about my channel so I can grow and help more of you guys out. I'm just helping you out. See you in the next video.